Welcome to Exo Fleet's Insights, where every mile counts. The podcast where fleet data turns into real-world decisions. Each episode, we unpack what's really happening across mixed fleets, fuels and sites, and how better insights leads to better performance, lower costs, and fewer surprises on the road. So let's get into it.
So one of the issues that arise as well for our clients is that they don't have a lot of capacity to support their electrification rollout. And so managing the energy on site becomes really important for them, and optimization hardware and so forth, different solutions. What would you suggest they do in that scenario?
With the capacity, I think we're referencing there the electrical capacity at the site. And having come from the electrical contracting background, I can't tell you how many facilities I've walked into where, this building was built 50 years ago and they just weren't considering that electric vehicles were going to be a thing. So there's just generally never enough capacity. So again, it goes back up to the front. It's just identifying what you need. It could be that you have some available capacity, particularly in newer facilities. And a company like Zero Emission or others out there will be looking to see how we can maximize that. But then, when you start looking into the infrastructure design, it's all about trying to minimize the amount of net new power you need to ask for from your grid operator. Because again, one of the things you referenced, when you ask for a lot, they may give that to you. It may take them a while to get it to you, but there's going to be a cost premium with giving you that dedicated capacity. So we want to try to mitigate that as much as we can. And then on the operating side, we've referenced it, but just to hit it here, a lot of utilities have tiered rate structures, just like at home. In the evening, usually what you're going to have is a cost premium to use your appliances. It's typically the same thing with commercial rates in most cases. And so what you really need then is a really kind of charging and energy management tool. And we see that, it's significant, 25 to potentially 40% reduction in energy costs by having the right tools in place to mitigate those peak periods. And when I say things like mitigate, basically it's just using your schedule to identify when your vehicles will be static most, and then working out how much energy we think they'll need to do the next service. And then basically making sure that we're charging the vehicles to get to that point, and then avoiding where it's possible those peak periods. That's only possible using the right software tool. So I say it's paramount to making sure you have the right system set up and operated.
If anything you heard today reflects the challenges you're facing in your fleet, get in touch with us today at Exo Fleets. We're always happy to talk through real-world solutions. exofleets.com